show you how fucked up Elder Scrolls Online actually is. And I'm sure you can see that there's a bunch of people just there. And it's the same as last night. I posted another video of it, and I think it's pretty badass. It's just, you can level up easily, collect loot, and it's awesome. Just check this out. Watch my experience and you'll see. I had it up to 10K yesterday. Or last night we found that out.
Where's your about time?
I'm sorry. Oh, I messed my experience up. So pretty much you want to hit R2 and R1 at the same time. Well, it just really depends on how you have your character set up. But for me, because I'm a Templar, I'm a Dark Elf, it's just the way I have mine set up. And as long as I hit it, it counts. And if I'm in a group and I have somebody else that's in front of me and they're hitting it, it also counts for me. I don't have to hit it. So if we have 2 or 3 people doing this at the same time, we're all in a group with each other, this could really rack up some XP. This is just an easy way. I leveled up twice. Unless it was probably about an hour. I think my broadcast was what, right at an hour when I ended it, maybe an hour. I can't remember, but I leveled up twice, so it's worth it. And I've tried to position my controller to where, you know, it fits to where you can just go to bed and leave it like this, but it doesn't. It eventually just stops. Oh, man. Are you getting experience too, Cody, just for me doing this? Or do you have to be around me?
I'm not in the area, so.
Yeah. Either Elder Scrolls is called on, or I'm not racking up like I was.
Plus it also just takes longer because you're a higher level than it was when you first did it.
It could be that, yeah.
Because it was taking me, you leveled up like twice and I leveled up like once. And I had stuff on that increased XP from this. didn't land directly in the deer like heck.
See if I can rack it up like I did last night. Ah, I lost it. I was up to 700. You guys see I'll show you the specifics, I guess. Yeah, you can see I'm at 25,408 out of 34,000 XP, 74%. I will show you this in about 30 minutes. You can speed up the time. So many people hitting it, it's impossible. If there's too many people doing it, they can kill it before you can get any good hits on it.
You have like a restoration staff or like stuff.
Yeah.
You can just hold it on through and it immediately attacks when it pops up. Huh. So the one where you have to go and like get the mystery meat from the little quest. Kill private. They drop mystery meat too. I didn't know that.
damn it. Just cut my experience down. It's not like it was last night. You guys can clearly see in my other YouTube video that it did make it a lot stronger. It does matter of how quick these people are hitting it, how close they are, and how many people there is. Fortunately, there's a good bit of people here right now. Unfortunate for me, when I woke up this morning, I got back on and they were gone. So I think if you're in a group with somebody and you're both hitting them, you'll level up better though. Oh man, I can't build up that XP. Dude, they're killing them too fast. I can't even. Anyway, guys, even if right now, I'll post another video later, but even if right now that you can't see the full benefit of the XP, I had it up to 10k experience. I was hitting it constantly. There wasn't as many people though, and I was able to get a lot of XP out of it. I will show you the loot that you can get. You also see all the dead bodies that are forming around. If you can get a good focus. Here, let me make a fresh start. See, they're just killing them too fast. That's what it is. Yeah, after a while, the loot just kind of sets in, and they're all the same. You do it quick enough. All right, Cody, what are you doing?
Doing the villain quests.
I don't think I ever finished my quest I needed to do. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this YouTube video. Hope you like what you see. As you can see, there's nothing else around. It's not just some modded lobby. Like, there's actual, you know, regular stuff here that you can kill and it doesn't respawn like that. It's nothing, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's crazy, that's all I can say. Oh shit, I'm dying. He's still gonna die. See, he doesn't just respawn. So it's not that. There we go. Like Cody said, use our restoration staff. We'll see how far this goes.
Trying to use the restoration staff.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that. So far, so good. It's hitting every time.
Hold R2 and it's like zaps them.
See, now if it stays like that, I can go to bed knowing that it'll be like that tomorrow.
It did mine for a while, then it just started where it kind of just stopped. I don't know why.
Well, because after a while, everybody kind of loses sync and just starts killing it quicker than you can hit it. And that's what was happening to me, and it made my experience go away. But so far, as long as you see, it just restarted my experience for some reason. Ooh, I've increased my staff though. Maybe I should just hit it with this for a while. Probably gonna reset it. Oh. So much lag. Alright, we're at 814. Maybe this will work. Maybe I should use my restoration staff the whole time. Silly me. You see I'm at 1K experience, and the fun goes from there. 1.1K, 1.2K. So yeah, the restoration staff is the best thing to use. We're at 2K experience. See my new toy, Cody? I got the vape. It's Vava vape. What's the name of it? Put your own liquid in there. Like, the liquids they give you are pretty fucking cool. This one is just the regular tobacco blend. And then this one is called Badass Blueberry. In this shop they make them right there and everything, and it's no harmful chemicals or nothing. It's all like natural organic stuff, and everything's that's a lot of fucking smoke though. Now it's on supercharged mode. Almost a 3K experience. Oh shit, please don't okay. Kept going. Don't you start that yawning, boy.
I mean, you were.
Oh, it restarted it because I hit the wrong button. Okay, well I'll show you guys from there. I'm on, you see my level now. I'll just show you from there, just that little bit that you guys seen. I'll show you what it did. That now moved me a lot further than where I was, and you just keep doing this for a good little while. Find something to trigger your R2, and every once in a while just you have to reset it. And you're good to go. But that's the end of this video. It's been 30 minutes. It's been good. It's been good spending time with you guys, and I'm gonna leave. So yeah, subscribe and watch for more.